This might take a second, I accidentally forgot to switch my stream information. Alright, that's probably not too cruddy name. Well, let's get this started. Now, I've added a couple of mods. These ones to be specific. Defensive positions is mostly just going to save time. It'll give me a button to click on that'll just send everyone to the right turret position instead of having to manually send them out every time. And the solar flare shield, that one will be changing the gameplay a bit, once I have it built of course. Sucks up a lot of power, which we can now afford because we have a nuclear reactor, and it stops solar flares and other EMI related stuff. Hopefully that mod actually works, because last time I tried using it, which to be fair, it wasn't really updated for the right version of the game when I tried. It just kind of sucked up a lot of power but didn't stop anything, so it would immediately just go dead anyways. Regardless of all that. What the heck were we up to? I put down the plans for water cooling, which we don't need just yet. We're not quite tapped out on the radiator's cooling capacity. Although that's not gonna last too long, it's already using like a quarter of it. We're researching for oil drilling, and then we had also finally unlocked the weapons research bench, which we're just gonna stick right here. Don't know how they're gonna work on all the stuff on the bench if they can only access one side of it, but they'll figure it out. Now let's see. No available quests. All the active stuff is stuff that can afford to wait. Right, we had the obelisk to worry about. Shoot frenzy, a go frenzy, and inspired creativity. Wonder how much longer that's gonna last. Still haven't made use of the transport pods we've built. Already nearly finished the weapons research bench. I probably should have checked our component stockpile first. Oh, whatever. Still have plenty. We still have plenty of steel too, so we can keep making them. Got a bunch of excellent quality statues if we need to deploy those anywhere. I think we're gonna put one in each room. Trade ship is passing nearby. They're an exotic goods trader. Lynx is our negotiator. Right. I have a lot of stuff to take into account all of a sudden. Or no, I'm just overthinking it. Right, not terribly much money to spend. Do I have any good books? Marine armor, that's kinda nice. I think we have enough regular books. Shooting book. Serum synthesis. Maybe I'll take the shooting book and the marine armor book. Social skill trainer. Kind of expensive, but do we have anything to sell? Could sell some high explosive shells at 39 a pop. $15 steel and 15 chem fuel though. Maybe just buy some more components. Or not. Yeah, we'll just leave the trade as is, that's fine. Alright. Got our weapons research bench completed. Researchers must perform experiments using the bench. After that, need to make a semi-automated command station. Whatever. Certainly it won't catch on fire between now and whenever it's done. Don't have to worry about it, just a fire foam popper right there. Now, should I tear down what's left of this building? I'm thinking yes, because it kind of just gets in the way of the turret arcs. Yeah, we'll do that. Well, here is nearly done. I'll have to start thinking of putting a couple of turrets in here. This can go all the way to that little block from here. This one, much less range. Better range. Probably don't need the really long range autocannon. This will be able to handle a job. And then the second one, because nuclear reactor protection is worth it. Though now that I'm thinking about it, we could use a second turret over here. Maybe we move the M2HB up here and then instead build this sentry gun down here. But then again, minigun sentry will probably completely eviscerate all the yaks if it ever starts shooting at them, which compared to the M2HB will only mostly obliterate them, instead of totally. I can rebuild from a couple of yaks, can't rebuild from nothing. So it'll have to do. And we're already complete with the experimental weaponry. And we just have to build it. We might as well also build the rest of these hydroponics basins. Most of the power is coming from just the light bulb anyway, so we're kind of just being wasteful by not using up all the space that it provides us for growing. Now, I'm sure there's much more optimal setups, but I'm not doing that. We're good for construction related stuff, so I'm just gonna have Jane prioritize crafting more. If we can always stay completely on top of all of our components, then we can build as much stuff as we want. And if not, then we just kind of have to wait around while stuff gets done. So I didn't notice, it's later half of the year. It's starting to get kind of cold out here. I haven't checked the heat all that much. These guys slowed down by the heat. Or more specifically, the lack of it. Cold containment bonus 19%. So I think that's the current bonus we have. So if it is in the cold room, it's less likely to try to run away. So, overwall event, right there. And we can open and close it whenever we feel like. I guess we should get around to having full beer brewing available. First, we can indeed grow hops in there. Okay, just have to make sure. Feel kind of silly if I built all the production facilities and then it turns out I can't even make hops in the hydroponics basins. And we're gonna... Oop, all kinds of things popping up. Finish our oil drilling. Let's get chem fuel refining. Brewery goes right here. Should probably start making wooden chairs. Next step, construct a target acquisition and communication system, also known as a TACS. What's a good spot for big fancy radar? Right here. If I remember right, we can also change the color on it, or the camouflage. Of course, I probably should have waited until we can actually change that before I showed off its amazing functions. Already used up all our components already. And those pits outside are finally collapsing. There's 2 more left to collapse. Psychic drone, high, female. That's no good. Still don't know how to get rid of the corrupted obelisk. Which I'm not sure if I actually will want to get rid of it, because we still have one more mech healer syndrome thing. Where is it? Serum nut syndrome. Damn it. But yeah, we could use it up by making another clone of whoever we feel like, which I don't think we have the ability to do that. We might need more research progress, but then we'll be able to pick a colonist that we want to clone, and then usually the clone's defective, but that's where the healer serum comes in, which is what we did with the Lumi clone, which we should probably give him a different name. Or different name. I'm gonna be very uncreative. I'm just gonna spell the name backwards. You are Illum. But yeah, all that being said, we only have one healer serum, so maybe we don't. Just get rid of this obelisk once it becomes easy to do. Which hopefully it's not going to be as bad as the golden cube. Another excellent sculpture right here. Right there. Lynx is very angry. No recent conquest, late expectations, wants proper apparel. Right. Forgotten to switch that. Okay, noticeable mood improvement from that. But we're definitely going to want to get some conquest going on sometime soon. Which that is what the transport pods are supposedly for. Anyone to attack nearby that won't just kill us. Not really. Where's all those little hunting outposts and whatever when you need them? Usually I always just ignore those, and then nothing comes of them. And now I need them, and they're nowhere to be found. I already said that. We also have auto doors, but again, no components to make them with. Notice we have at least one marine helmet. I think we bought this one. Or chunks of spacecraft. Roof has collapsed. Oh, that's no good. Cancel that. Remove roof area. Alright, crisis averted. Can fuel refinery. Now we could continue right on into the Sinfoline and all the rest of this stuff, but should probably wait until we actually have the well drilled. In the meantime, EMI shielding. We are going to want a specific room just for that. That should work. That's no hair. Veach is very upset. Thinking about it, we do have a SUV pulsar just kind of sitting in the stockpile. Maybe we can make use of it. Broadwave Psychic Effector. Psychic Pulse induces self-satisfying perceptual distortions, giving a temporary mood boost to everyone in the region. How temporary are we talking about, though? Guess we'll find out. Strange feeling. So plus 15. Yeah, that should do it. I'm just gonna take a second to make sure that the Twitch stream is showing up in the right category. In the meantime, watch the pawns maybe not kill themselves. I trust you. Right, everything seems to be going fine. Colony hasn't burnt down while I looked away. We're already pretty low on iron. More to dig, right there. Might need to get into ground penetrating radar sometime soon. Also, we're probably way over-equipped to deal with this ancient danger over here. There is a little bit of steel sticking out the side. Nice, beautiful aurora going on. Sorry about that. Just realized it got picked up on the microphone. Maybe I'm apologizing too much. It's time for the celebration. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need more ancient complexes right now. Once the party's done, we should probably set up those gunning positions or defensive positions. Fun celebration. +8 mood. Right. Oh shit, they were in the middle of a marriage. Oh well, better get it done then. So everyone's in position. Save defensive position. Now if I move everyone off the turrets, send them back. Yet they do operate the turret. Okay. Is that solved? Another thing I forgot about is we finally have the barrels. We can make artillery guns. So let's make 1. And 1's not enough. Let's make 2. Let's also make the floor around them all fancy. Alright, so now we need to build a pulsed power container, which I think is just a really big battery. Build them over here. Make 1 for now. Maybe I'll make a second one after. Might get around to deconstructing this, especially if I want to expand the toxic waste pack stockpile, but that's still, what, like half full or so? So we can wait a while. Brewery is complete. Set that to do forever. We'll have 1 basin making hot plants. And then if the freezer ends up getting full of wort, then means we need to make more fermenting barrels, and if we don't have any wort sitting in the freezer, then that means we can switch more hydroponics basins over to making hops. caribou. Wondering if I should make all my oil-related stuff in this other half of this big room. Or if I should just make a second big room, like over here or something. Let's reinforce this wall a bit more, dig out the entire underside of the mountain, add a thumper maybe. Yep, solar flare. And the reactor got scrammed. It does that automatically, don't worry about it. Yeah, if and when we finally get EMI shielding done, we can build this thingy. It's gonna cost 100 steel, 10 components, and 50 plasteel. And what it does is takes up a lot of electricity, creates a lot of heat, hence the venting building. And yeah, it'll prevent all of this stuff from happening. That being said, we might not even have enough cooling power to get it done. Right, so this is off again. Start it up. Now the reactor does have an automatic auto throttle. Hold on. Control flux level to match power net load. The grid excess on the power net that this console is connected to must be within plus or minus 5,000 watts to engage. Now, most of the time that I've tried using it, it works fine. But then sometimes I'll just be like, what the hell, I'm just suddenly out of power, and then I go over to the console and it's like slowly increasing the power output up until the entire reactor stops functioning because there's not enough power to keep it running. Which is very silly. And I'm not sure if that was just a user error or not. Component mining site. That is exactly what I wanted to hear. Right. So if we send them manually, it's going to take 1.9 days, or I can just send them in the launcher and get there instantly. It's negative 20 degrees. Basically everyone but Lynx is going to be fine. Not going to send Wombat. And Veach doesn't have that great of a resistance. And Elam doesn't have a weapon, I don't think. Yeah, well, there's a machine pistol right here. Or anything else, though. Good quality revolver. It's probably worth less. 275. 169. Is there anything? Okay, 9 people. Don't think we have enough drop pods for that. Let's say we're gonna send Oro, Lumi, Illume, and Jane. Deet I'll leave here both because he's one of our snipers and also because he's our important crafter that we really don't want to lose. Though Jane is the same kind of deal, but she has Melitors. Lynx will leave here. Tail will bring. Bring 3 or 4 Gax. Okay, we have exactly enough bedrolls. We got 3.3 days worth of food. It's gonna take us 1.2 days to get there. So as long as they have some food at the camp, it won't be an issue. And even if it is an issue, I can just load food into the transport pods and airdrop it. Right, set the camouflage. Snow camo, woodland camo, and desert camo. We're gonna just leave it unpainted. I'm gonna set it to snow camo, even though there's no snow and it kind of makes it stick out. I think it looks nice. Which really, as we all know, the important part of camouflage is that it looks really baller on your battlefield character. Could queue up to have the 3 guns built. I'll keep it to 2 for now. Build it slightly closer to the shell stockpile, however. Alright. There's the EMI shielding. I think it's about time we researched a super pod. Or no, wait. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We want ground penetrating scanner and deep drilling so that we have a way of getting more steel before we mine all of it. Because we absolutely will eventually mine all of it. And it'll be a real sad day if we're just sitting around with nothing to do because we have no steel to make components with. Are they already out of hay grass? I guess it's probably because there's so many more of them. That should do it. Well, it'll do it next year. For now, it's not going to do nothing. But we can still keep making kibble for him. A distress signal. It's from our friends, too. It's all the way over there in the other direction. Time left, 15 days. Now, usually there is good stuff there. But, there's also all kinds of dangerous stuff there. Arrived at the work camp. Ooh, they have a ground penetrating scanner that we can steal. I only see the one turret and the battery over here. Technically, all we have to do is take out the battery and the turret will be kaput. Or the solar generator, that one's probably better. Then again, turret itself isn't particularly durable. We'll just break these things. They also have a deep drill I can steal. Right. Pistols, knives, a shotgun. These guys really aren't terribly dangerous, but their base setup is very unconventional in a way that I don't know where to pick the best fight from. Razor wire is basically useless as cover. Maybe I just send in the Militors to deal with them, and then once they're engaged in melee combat trying to crush the tiny robots, I have all of my dudes just shoot them. While I'm just getting some visitors, they have stuff to trade. Alright, the shooting's already started. But no one seems to care that much. Oh, now they care. Alright, shotgun guy is down. There's a dude with a machine pistol over here. Terrible quality. And he's not a great shot. Still have to worry about it though. These guys all have knives. Or melee weapons in general. This guy over here has a pistol. Not a great one. Right, this should be easy. Alright, tail took a few hits. Nothing crazy. Just trying to see if this wound is recent or not. Don't think it is, otherwise it'd be bleeding, right? That should be fine. Not to mention, Illum is a doctor. Now, let's just explore inside of here. These aren't worth opening up, I don't think, but no way to know without doing it. Yep, just a corpse with nothing even on it. There's the prize. Okay. We might as well capture these guys. This one's gonna be ritual fuel. Same thing with this guy. And this one too. Alright, whole fresh batch of sacrifices. Grab their heaters, their turrets. Ground penetrating scanner for sure. Also, I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be that light. Whatever. It's not cheating. And then most of the rest of this can just stay here. So I'll have half of our capacity though. Maybe I bring some stones. Don't think we have all that much marble left back at the base. I'll bring 10. Or 9. Yeah, 9 doesn't affect the travel time. Actually, the stone stockpile is completely empty. Window wanted to build a campfire. I think that's one of our captures. Also, since I mentioned rituals, maybe it's about time we get into doing some of these things. After we get bioferrite weaponry and disruptor flares, we'll probably go right for all of these. Oh no, one of our prisoners got an infection. Wombat growing good. Nearly age 7, which I think, yeah, that's the next growth moment. So right now, choose 2 passions from 4 options and choose 1 trait from 4 options. I don't think we're gonna be able to get another level in the growth tier. It would be nice because then we can pick 3 passions. From a lot more options too. We'll take what we get. Oh right, I forgot about the visitors that had stuff to trade. Oh well. Probably only had like 2 pieces of herbal medicine and a bit of pemmican. It's usually how those things go. So man, that's a lot of yaks. Maybe I should start eating them. 5 male young, 2 female adults, 5 female young, 4 pregnant female adults. I'm gonna set a limit of 5 of each type of male or adult. Which isn't gonna do anything to cut down on our current numbers, but it'll make sure that there's not more of them than we can handle. Also keep us inspired again. I didn't get the marble sculpture done last time, but this time for sure. Also, there's a combat supplier. Masterwork. Let's look at that ourselves. Jagged Oyster. This carving bears a representation of Deet Kinyirk, losing at a poker table wearing an exhausted look. In the distance, a town is visible. There is a town to the left of the main scene, so 2 towns. This depiction relates to Deet relaxing at a poker table on the 4th of September. So there's a mysterious second town somewhere nearby that only Deet knows about. That's how I'm gonna choose to interpret that. So we're just gonna put it right here in the big empty room so it's not so big and empty anymore. Do I put it next event or not next event? Put it right here. Oh hey, it's Ludian Industries. Or is it Ludion? Don't have terribly much to sell them. At least, not anything that's either low quality or busted. They do have some good stuff, but all of it's very expensive. I got no money to spend right now. How far away are these guys? 1.4 days. Or no, wait, that's how much food they have left. Or no, wait, it's both. Site Stealer revealed. Yeah, that'll teach you to go after my lifter. Aw. There's a lot more than just one of them, apparently. Let's tell everyone to get inside the base. I don't think I have enough people around right now to take out another big group of those. Medical emergency. Extreme hypothermia. Oh shit, that guy has a drill arm? Maybe I should recruit him. deep drilling research completed. Let's get the ground penetrating scanner, which I know we looted both of those objects from, you know, the guys we just raided. But if we ever break them, we'll want to make some more, and we've got more than enough research to go around right now anyways. So it'll be fine. Alright, you guys look at these dudes walk towards the base. I got something to check. Nope, something happened. An electrical discharge. My circuit breakers didn't flip. Well, that's disappointing. Shoy has died. Cause hypothermia. That's fine, we didn't need him anyway. Also, the caravan is immobile. Drop some rocks. So I think we finally got enough stuff going on the map that going at maximum speed doesn't give us enough frames. It's not that bad. But especially if I zoom all the way out, you can notice some choppiness. I think for now our power plant settings are just fine, since these are slowly filling up, but they're not draining out. Statue made by Tail, titled Brother. This work bears an image of a crepuscular sky, twilight blanketing a nearby brook. district of spectators watches the sky peacefully. This depiction relates to an eclipse over Lynx's town on the 4th of August. And also that research is done. Go for a long-range mineral scanner. Probably not going to build that one for a while, but it'll come in handy eventually. Keith is inspired yet again. Gonna unsuspend the statue bill. Caravan has arrived and immediately the sight stealers are on them. Another one. Run, Oro, run. More of them. Anyways, keep us inspired. Seer has a work frenzy. Caravan's here. Mechanoids need repairs. Right, hopefully there's no more of those. Who's in charge of being the warden? Lynx. And Lumi. And Ilum. Arto is bringing those dudes. Guess I'll unforbid everyone else from running around. Except for Wombat. You stay in the home area. More of them. According to this, there's 2 of them. This might be our problem. It's a massive problem. Only 1 bullet wound. Alright, we're good. Good to know those turrets work pretty good. Guess I might as well butcher those if I'm gonna turn them all into kibble anyways. Now someone just has to go get all the yaks. Ooh, growth moment. Now old enough to do the following work: firefighting, handling, cooking, hunting, growing, mining, plant cut, tailor, and craft. Choose 2 skills to increase passion. Plants, intellectual, social, or construction. I'm thinking social. We already have good constructors. We already have people with good intellect. Maybe plant work? I'd have to look at the other people in the colony. For plant work, there's Keith and basically no one else that's any good at it. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have Veach doing anything with plant work. Right, plants, social. Choose a trait. Trigger happy, slow learner, cannibal, or no trait. Well, cannibal and slow learner are definitely off the table. And trigger happy is a downside up until you get your shooting skill good enough, and then it becomes an upside, unless if they change that. I don't know, I watched like a YouTube video on it like a couple of years ago at this point. Yeah, we'll go trigger happy. Give her a machine gun or something. Either a LMG or a minigun full on. But that's gonna take a while. I have to get one first. Ooh, 2 things. Quest available. It is called cat sitting. There's our minigun. Could also get a giant pile of goodwill. Anyways, let's read the quest description first before salivating over the minigun. Hold on. Met Rosesnik, a yeoman of Empire of Perfection, is making a request. She wants you to take care of 10 cats at Sturdy Butt for 16 days. The cat are Rosesnik's favorite pets, and she wants them to see the world outside her royal court. Cats are sick with blood rot and will require daily treatment. Disease can be slowed with high-quality care and medicine, but generally cannot be cured outright. Okay, so we'll have to build a 10 sleeping spots for cats, probably in our hospital. And then just take care of them as they lay there comatose. I forget what, or how bad blood rot is. Like if they just sit in bed constantly or if they still wander around. Either way, I'll probably have them set to only go inside the base. We need to defend them for 16 days. Market value of 4,160 for the minigun. But can you really put a market cap on goodwill? Probably. That also comes with a nice little pile of gold. I'm gonna go with the goodwill just because I want these guys to stay my allies. Also the trade ship. Could send Wombat to do it. We'll get a terrible price, but it'll help with the training. Or it might not. I don't know if trading actually increases that skill. 5,155. Let's see what it is after we trade. Ooh, we can buy insect meat on the cheap. Very cheap. Got plenty of components. Don't need to buy those. How do we end up with so much Psychite tea? let's not worry about it. $2.18 per piece of steel. I think it's a good thing we didn't sell those high explosive shells because it would barely even cover the cost of the steel, never mind the chem fuel. And I guess I just spend the rest of my money buying insect meat. Not that much of it though. Like what, 200? Yeah, that's good. And also the EXP amount. No EXP gain from doing that. Here comes the kitty cats. There's their sleeping spots. Right, so we just have to make sure no one hurts those kitties for 16 days. Should be an easy quest. Still haven't unloaded these guys. Obelisk study. Learn more about the obelisk. The device has the power to duplicate intelligent creatures. In theory, it can produce duplicates without limit. The obelisk appears damaged and unstable, so its energy level rises unless suppressed. If it were to fully activate, it would go into a duplication loop, chaotically pumping out a large number of flawed human duplicates. Thinks it may be possible to safely shut it down, but will need to study some more. And we can now intentionally provoke a response. Okay, so now we can duplicate. But I don't think we're going to be doing that. Entirely forgot about these guys. This guy with the drill arm. He's good at construction. He's ironically not very good at mining. Guess they put a drill arm on him just to torture him. Now if we remove it, do we get the part? Or does it just destroy it? Another thing I forgot to check. How do these guys care about organ harvesting? They're perfectly fine with it. Alright. So turns out there's a whole other way I could have been making money this whole damn time. Start by removing the drill arm. Then harvest one of his lungs, harvest one of his kidneys, and then harvest his heart. This guy's really good with animals. He's good at, well, he's alright at medical. has a higher passion for it than anyone here, but still not all that great. And otherwise, don't really need a guy like this. Right lung, right kidney, and the liver. Just to be sure, let's restrict all of these guys to just be inside the base. Surgery has failed catastrophically. Remove part. Well, it got his lung out anyways. His drill arm is still just right there. Have to make sure we do that before getting rid of the important stuff, like the heart. Or no, wait, that lung was from this guy. He really is not into it. Well, that's too bad. Psychic Soothe, male. Well, that's nice. Surgery failed. Just can't get that arm off. Definitely don't want to do that. And this guy got all his useful parts removed and now he's dead. What a shame. They got his arm off, but I don't think we got it. Or, never mind, I'm wrong. We do have the drill arm. Lowers movement, makes mining much better. Or the mining speed, anyway. Who's our main miner? Jane. New quest. Tosto Ankus of Empire of Perfection needs people to help explore a swamp. He is asking you to lend 6 colonists 13 years or older to serve him for 25 days. That's a lot of days. Exchange, we'd get 19 advanced components or 41 goodwill. I don't think I'm doing that one. Alright, there's also the stress signal. If we did want to send a caravan there, it would take 1.3 days. It's technically easier to get to than that other place we ran off to. I could send the group right now. probably what I do is maybe not the sentry gun. I'll bring a couple of these turrets. And that way I can just set them up wherever I feel like it and mow them down. Or just set them up wherever I arrive and then attract them to where I am and then mow them down. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. Gale is an inspiration, inspired creativity. Still haven't even unloaded all these yaks. Maybe I should get a second lifter. And not enough bandwidth. Well, everyone in the base, other than the now dead guy, is in a very great mood. Because it counts as executing a prisoner. Or because he was directly responsible. How about the other guys? So as it turns out, a very good way to keep up the mood is if there's any survivors of raids, we just harvest their organs and we both then get a big pile of money in the shape of a fleshy lump that we can sell to traders. And we get a big old mood bonus for everyone in the colony because we proved that we are superior to them by using them as resources. Kinda fucked up. Alright. Finally have all the components required to operate the weaponry we've built. Actually, no, we haven't built any weaponry. All we have is attacks. If I remember, this is going to give us an early warning for when enemies are going to show up if they're going to show up in a large group. Don't think it'll warn me of mech clusters, however, but like raids of like 30 tribals that are just going to try to charge me down with a bunch of Iquas or whatever, it'll detect those guys. Okay. So now we have a bunch of weapons available to us if we want to research them. Here's the ADS, Active Denial System. It's a non-lethal directed energy weapon designed for area denial and crowd control. It heats the skin of targeted human subjects, causing them to break rank and flee. Does not require line of sight, requires a manned SAPS. So we could put this like around the corner over here, and it'll basically make anyone trying to charge into the little gap here like start to panic, or at least some of them. So it'll really help break up enemy forces, so that'd be a good idea to build one of those, but let's look at the rest of them first. Tesla coil. Delivers a huge electrical arc, discharged to its target, resulting in severe burns or death. 100% accurate, medium range, sets targets on fire. Automatic targeting and firing. Manned console required for manual targeting. So probably build that right next to the ADS, so if anything pops around the corner it'll instantly just zap them, and it won't miss. Actually, that's probably the most efficient way to get rid of pissed off rabbits that decide they want to try to attack the machine gun nest. Just zap them with one of these. Instant rabbit steak. The Hell, or the High Energy Laser, destroys enemy airborne projectiles such as mortar shells. When a mortar is fired, the system will check if the shell will pass through the range of a Hell, and attempt to track the target and fire once it is in range. So that's what this setting on the sacks is for. You can target enemy shells or target all shells, which is very useful because if I remember, there's an upgrade for the Hell that you can get that requires shooting down mortar shells. The easiest way by far is to just set it to target your own shells and just fire a bunch of them off. Anyways, getter weapons. The Punisher. Punisher is a 25-round magazine-fed railgun platform which uses large electromagnetic pulses to launch sable projectiles to extreme velocities and ranges. I'll just read the rest of it. Requires line of sight. Fire mission does not require a line of sight. Manned sacks required for manual targeting. Requires a manned sacks. Why does it mention needing a manned one twice in a row though? Eh, whatever. Big gun, you can shoot it at other targets. So like say if I built one here, it would of course shoot at anything within its sight range, but then I could also go to the world map and be like, hey, you see this thing over here? Just shoot at it. Usually I think that requires having someone, like one of our own dudes, physically on the map so that we can target exactly where we want to shoot, and then it takes a little while for the bullet to travel. It is angry after being harmed. It's going after Deet. Alright, time to run. Surely you can outrun him, right? 3.42 move speed. 3.65. Keith to run over here and save him. Alright, time to fight. Alright, you did it. Good job. Keith, your services are no longer required. Although just for fun, let's see what happens if I make a melee attack an elk. Oh, small bruise, but still successfully managed to beat the crap out of it. Anyways, back to the weapons catalog. The Obelisk. Directed energy weapon that uses a focused solid-state laser to vaporize targets. 100% accurate with long range and devastating power. Automatic targeting and firing. Manned sacks required for manual targeting. That one does seem very nice, but it also costs 10,000 silvers just to get the research started. Comparison, the Punisher is 6,000, Hell is 3,000, Tesla Coil is 1,500, and the ADS is 500. And even more expensive, the Marauder. Multi-barrel coaxial plasma railgun platform. Large electromagnetic pulses fire a burst of accelerated plasma toroids to extreme velocities, causing explosive radiation-emitting impacts. So just real big minigun. Well, not really a minigun anymore at that point, but it's kind of like one. And then there's also energy shields, which I think is the most expensive of what we can currently purchase. Uses a combination of lasers, microwaves, and arc discharges to create plasma fields which can intercept physical or energy-based projectile weapons. The sensor detects a shockwave producing event, determining a direction and distance of the shockwave relative to the defensive target, and calculates a firing plan. The device then attenuates the shockwave event using reflection, refraction, dispersion, absorption, and momentum transfer. In other words, it's just a big bubble shield that stays on and sucks up a lot of power. You can also modify how far out it reaches, and that affects the power draw. At least I'm pretty sure you can do that. Again, it's going to be very expensive to get these. And then there's the Atom, the Advanced Threat Detection Module. It's an upgrade to the tax. When installed, it is significantly... hold on, I said that one wrong. It significantly increases the power usage, increasing its range and scanning power, and making it possible to detect threats at much greater distances, acting as an early warning system for potential attacks. Airborne attacks will leave little room for warning, and smaller groups of ground units will be hard to detect. The large ground-based fighting forces will be easily detected. False positives may be possible. So fortunately, this one is free to research, and we already have all the data we need on raids. So to get that done right away. I think we still have to build the module itself once we have the research, though. Yeah, we just build it over here at the machining table, and then we install it in the machine. And then if we build any more of these, which I don't think we have to, we only really need the one. So as long as it doesn't get destroyed, we don't have to worry about it. But even if it does get destroyed, we don't have to upgrade it twice. Still short on uranium. Maybe I should have checked if the Bulk's Good trader had some. Alright, so it has to be an unroofed area to install this. Stick it right here. Ooh, a meteorite, and it's full of steel. Leslie is pregnant. Who the heck is Leslie? Oh, a cat. Yeah, that's fine. Just more cats to take care of. New quest, guarding Bryn. Osnos Berculis. A dame of the Empire of Perfection has been caught in bed with the wrong person. She imprisoned the inappropriate lover in a show of rejection. Now she wants you to keep the prisoner, Bryn Mar, caged until the scandal blows over in 7 days. Bryn is sick with blood rot and will require daily treatment. Where the heck are all these people getting blood rot from? Well, all these people and these cats. Anyways, court rivals are paying the Ityikis to try and break the lover out and bring the story to light. There will be 2 raids of strength 2 times and roughly this size. I'm not going to list off all of those, but that's a lot of guys. 7 Janissaries will be placed under your control. You will have to feed and house them, but they may die in battle without consequence. And then theoretically, we'd get Persona Plasma Sword. A pretty good one too. Calm Thoughts. Weapon's persona is relaxed and steady. It whispers calming thoughts to whoever it is bonded with, increasing their mood. It's also a fast mover. Has a sense of motion. It comforts this onto the wielder, making them move 15% faster. So that'd be a really good weapon to give to Keith. And then we could give his mono sword to Jane. Or other way around. We could give it to Jane and then just sell the Fremblehorn we have here. But it would go a long way to counteract the Drill Arm's movement speed penalty. But I might as well give the melee weapon to someone who's actually going to make use of it, so if we accept the quest, it'd be Keith that gets it. That being said, do I actually want to take this quest? Get a big pile of uranium for it, actually. So over the course of 7 days, we'd get 2 raids. And it's all of these guys. Honestly, I think we just don't take the quest. Got too much going on. Caribou is self-tamed. Judging by the fact that there is no brewing going on, I'm thinking increase our hot plant production. Bunch of them seem to have gotten pregnant because that's just what they're doing in my base apparently. Shuttle arrives in 13 days, so we probably will be having some kittens. Long-range mineral scanner is complete. Let's get security doors. Stick those on here and see what it does to the security rating. Or containment strength, I think is the right term. It's getting a bit cold in the corners of the base. Roof has collapsed. Right, I keep forgetting about this. Shuttle arrives in 12 days for the kitty cats. Got 8 days or so to get the distress signal done. And maybe we just ignore it, actually. It's not like we need to go out there that badly. Maybe we need to be more aggressive with how many yaks we keep. Currently have 19 in total. We'll keep it as is. Not starving, there's plenty of food over here. Well, they might be going a bit hungry. There's only so much kibble we can make in one go. So I've been hearing gunshots. Oh, that's why. Got him pretty good. Just a little bit of blood on the map, you know? It seems to like never rain here, and also never snow. Well, never's not the right term, but it does it rarely enough that like it's been freezing temperature for, what, a season and a half now? And there's no snow on the ground. An eclipse in the middle of the night. How would you even tell? Garrulux. Enormous purple mushroom. Its size and glowing protrusions make this fungus beautiful to look at. It dies when exposed to light. Small brown mushroom, typically found in caves. It smells like an old dirty rag pulled from the stomach of a rotting buffalo, but it tastes surprisingly good when cooked. Dies when exposed to light. There's also some Bryolux. Blue moss typically found in deep, dark caves. It is sticky with tangled fibers, which slows anyone walking over them. Dies when exposed to light. Well, if the original founders of this space were around, they'd be very thrilled about our mushroom. But they're not around anymore, they're all dead. Rip in peace. Still doing great on power. We haven't had any more site stealers show up, so that was a group of what, like 4 or 5 of them? Last group we had before that was a lot bigger. Still wondering how that one managed to get into this room. Was it really just it somehow got in when the door was open and it just decided to wait before attacking? Or is it that they can literally spawn anywhere if they feel like they have to? I'll figure it out with some more gameplay, I'm sure. No reason to think there's not going to be more of them. A raid. from a mech hive. Arrived in their transport pods. And then I realized there was more steel over here. Alright, just the one group here. 2 Lancers, a Militor, 2 Ciphers, and 3 Centipede Blasters. These guys all have the Heavy Charge Blaster. Let's read the description. Pulse Charge Rapid Fire Blaster for area suppressive fire. Heavy cooling allows long, deadly burst. Basically, we're gonna want to be killing these dudes as quickly as they show up, otherwise they're gonna start doing some real damage to us. Alright, defensive positions, everyone. Alright, they'll prepare for a while and then they'll attack. So not defensive positions just yet. So how are we doing for a stone pile? Half decent. Gonna have to get some more sandstone though. Just dig out a bunch of this mountain here maybe. Or this one. Yeah, I should get around to doing that plan to turn this into a big old building for oil drilling and stuff. Maybe after this raid. Legendary work. Keith has made a legendary statue. Not gonna pronounce that name. On this work is a depiction of Oro Squid polishing the surface of a dresser while smiling proudly. Several cooks marvel at the dresser. The scene takes place in the middle of a village. The image somehow expresses both fever and camaraderie. This representation relates to Oro finishing construction on the dresser on the 13th of August, 5505. I think that one should definitely go in Oro's room. Also, we should tell him to smooth these parts. Well, maybe we move the table and the school desk and all that stuff over to this big general room. Because I'm really not sure what to stick in here. It's not really that much of a useful shape, it's more just kind of a hallway for people to access what they actually want to get to. I'll worry about it later. Okay, they're starting their assault. Lancer down. Both Lancers, actually. Alright, now here comes the big boys. They don't have that much range. But they're all grouped up, so this might be complicated. Two down. Some mild damage to the barricades around my sentry gun. Alright, good work everyone. Not even using its full capacity. Yeah, that's fine. We're only beer brewing for personal use right now. Although we could easily expand that so that we make enough to sell. And a blight just showed up. So I entirely forgot I was going to change Wombat's priorities. You are now doing the plant cutting stuff full time. Oro's room is very impressive, as opposed to Vitch's room, which is somewhat impressive. And there's these two unused bedrooms that are both very impressive. Now, might as well make use of these rooms. Who should have them? Lynx should have one of them. You know what? Let's give this other one here to Wombat. I completely forgot that we had interrupted a marriage ceremony way earlier. Who was getting married? Alright, Jane and Deet. Sorry, Vitch, you're getting kicked out. It'll be Jane's for now, and then once they finally get around to getting the marriage done, or, yeah, they're doing that literally right now. So what's up with the cat helmets? Style totemic. Fair enough. Anyway, who was social fighting? Deet just beat the shit out of Tail. They don't hate each other that much. Flagrantly disrespected Deet's recreational preferences, which pissed him off, and then he punched him repeatedly in the face. Right, and then they already assigned themselves to that bed. Alright. Probably install some more poppers around the place. There's a steel mining work site nearby. There's also a manhunter pack even closer by. Manhunting grizzly bears have entered the area. Ten of them. Okay, mechanoids inside the base. Same thing with all the animals. Everyone to your positions, please. Oh, we almost didn't break the wall that time. Probably should not have drafted tail now I think about it. Ah, whatever. Builds character. Have any more furniture in the stockpile? Got a heater. Let's install it. Another heater. Where's a good spot for it? This room is at 18 degrees. This one's at 20. Consider putting it in the reactor room, but the reactor room really doesn't need that much heat. It'll probably get hot enough on its own, really, once we start operating it a bit more heavily. Then in that case, just stick it in this big room. Cold containment bonus, 138%. I'm not sure if I'm reading that right. The long captivity, that's just the longer we have him contained, the easier it is to keep him contained. Assuming that's what it is. Alright, we have more and more people who have those funny recon helmets now. Which means we're gonna have a lot of people who aren't going to suddenly lose their heads to getting shot by a turret. Which, as we all know, that's what happened to the wall here. Negative energy right now. Now we're at positive. Step complete. 2 steps complete, actually. Now we just need to analyze the data from the raids. We also have a security door. Don't really need any of this lower level stuff. We got most of the stuff in the mid. there's all the stuff that we can't even get around to building for another long while, which we can research, get it out of the way. Maybe we get flat screen TVs. And I'll be able to upgrade this into something better. And also have TVs for all the people in the hospital. I say that, but really keeping the mood of our dudes up with recreation isn't really the primary concern. Our primary concern is getting around the planet in style. The research the super pod, we probably won't build it. Not just because it requires 2,000 silver to do, because we don't have that much silver and we're not going to get that much anytime soon. Unless if a trader shows up and we have a lot of stuff to sell him. What we'll probably do is try to get this thing, because it's way better as a cargo barge. Yeah, it can bring 5,000 kilograms worth of stuff, as opposed to the super pod, which can only bring 120. And the skip also really is not designed to transport cargo, but this one can drop bombs. I think ideally something like the Pelican is what we want for trading. This one's got 10,000 capacity. This one's got 20,000. The Albatross has 2,200. This one wouldn't be bad actually. It does everything at least a little bit. It's got bombs, it's got decent accuracy for the bombs, it can bring up to 7 people, it's got good fuel economy, and fuel cap. And it also has an internal power plant that can power up a good amount of turrets. So if I want to send it off to, say, an enemy camp and then just place down some sentry guns outside of it, it can power quite a few of them. And then there's the even harder stuff to get that's even better. And then the sphere. Obviously the best one, but also obviously the hardest one to make. Probably never gonna get to that one. Just because I'm gonna almost certainly finish the game before I can even gather all the resources to build it. But anyway, we'll research the super pod and then the SRAF. For this, 3,200 steel, 225 gold, 3,200 silver, and 16 components. We only really need to worry about the silver, and we'll probably be able to get that much steel. Probably. We're always having hold on, mouth's not working. We're always having an inspired shooting spree. Doesn't really sound much better. And also, we should get around to digging for oil. First, we need the resource console. And we have a mechanoid cluster to deal with. Oh geez, this might be explosive. Everyone immediately go to your defensive positions. They have a high shield. So our artillery is going to be useless against these guys. They also have an auto mortar. Alright, so they haven't woken up just yet. My turret hasn't started shooting at them, even though it could. Might as well get all my guys set up in position, because once this shit starts, we're gonna have to finish it in one go. Fucking auto mortar's already aiming at us. Alright, Keith, you're assigned to construction. You bring it. Okay, I think I got everyone gathered up. Hopefully it's not a massive mistake to just bunch all my dudes up. There's nowhere else to really put them other than behind the cover. Okay, Lynx, start us off. Alright, great start. D, blast a hole in the wall. Oh, that's a problem. Fucking auto mortar. Piece of shit. I'd shoot you directly if I could, bro. Okay. Don't worry about the mysterious hissing sound. Okay. Think we can do the rest without the turrets. Undraft all of these guys. Move this turret back to where it's supposed to be. Same thing with these ones. And now it is Jane and Keith's turn. Should be fairly simple. I just have to get rid of these mech assemblers. 0.9 days. Yeah, plenty of time. Then after that, I have these two mech nodes and this mech high shield that I can disassemble for full value. Here we go. We also get a free reinforced barrel. Nice. I'm really not sure, but is the rest of the recon armor worth constructing? It's really, right now, I still need to have my guys be able to survive how cold it gets around here. If they wear this, it takes up their middle and outer layers, so that'll replace the flak vest that they're currently wearing, and also their parkas. Insulation from cold, 32 degrees. Assuming average quality. Oh, but these are going to take uranium. Don't have uranium to spend right now. Looking at the research for the marine armor. These also take uranium. Insulation from cold, not that different. Yeah, it's a 2-degree difference. Then just for curiosity, the cataphract armor, another 2 degrees. For comparison, this wolfskin parka, that's poor quality, has an insulation of cold of 43.2. So if this went down by about 10, that's still negative 50. Yeah, I'd say it's worth it. But how much is the flak vest doing? Basically nothing. Alright, so once I do have a nice little pile of uranium sitting around and I already have my reactor fully fueled up, I'll start making that recon armor. So all this stuff over here is made of steel. Except for that, that's made of slate. Seer is no longer inspired by work frenzy. Feel very tempted for make him use transmute steel some more. Maybe we'll get some uranium. On the other hand, I really don't want to run out of steel before I have a way to keep getting more. Let's just sit back and watch the colony do its thing for a bit. As soon as I say that, start sipping my coffee. Mechanoid cluster's there, it's adjusting the climate by 10 degrees. Oh no, it'll go from too cold to grow anything to too cold to grow anything. It's kind of far away too. Mining site's got 11 people, and it's the pig dude, so they will have guns and turrets. And maybe we just leave that there. Eventually, we'll have our fancy-ass spaceship that we can just load up with a bunch of our dudes, all show up there, and then we'll be so massively over-prepared for it that it'll be a breeze and no one's gonna die. This is what I really hope will happen. Anyway, we're building the resource console. Once that's built, we'll be able to tell where the oil is. Which might as well get to start digging for it. That seems pretty good. I entirely forgot about the security doors. Build it right there. And another one, or maybe I just fill this up. Don't need two entrances, right? Maybe I should do it the other way around. Don't need this connected to the rest of the base. Also, we have hungry animals. And we still could take this quest, get ourselves a fancy-ass sword and a whole pile of uranium, which I have been complaining about just recently. For that, we have struck steel. Nice. I'll leave that as is for now. We're gonna need a bigger resource stockpile. There we go. And look at Jane go. Ooh, a Masterwork Neil sheet. And I accidentally clicked off the other message. Area revealed. Yeah, that's fine enough. Yak has miscarried due to starvation. Really starting to think we need to cut down on the numbers. Let's go with 4 and 4. Wombat has a go frenzy. Speaking of, how's the growth tier going? Tier 1. Next growth moment at age 10. I entirely forgot to unrestrict the mechs. Maybe I really shouldn't be too worried about the mechanoids, because at worst they get blown up and then they go right back into the gestator for like a few days. But a few days is worse than just leaving them inside, doing inside stuff. I just need to be more attentive. This is no longer counted as inside the base. Honestly, it probably shouldn't have been counted in the first place. Don't need to add anywhere else. Where is the oil? Big patch here. 85,000. 21,000. 71,000. 22,000. 68,000. I'm thinking right around here would be a good spot. This one's also very nice. And it already has a turret that's guarding it. This one's even bigger, but it's far away. Let's start with the nearby. That way I only have to run the pipes up to this room, which is where I'm gonna have both all the storage and all the crafters for it. And we finally have the pleasure pulse. Now, if we could get the philophagy, or is it philophagy? However you're supposed to actually pronounce that, we're gonna get it, and then we'll have an even more fucked up thing to do to our prisoners. But to get towards that, I have to get this early stuff. Which if we do that, then that interrupts the bioferrite weaponry. What's it cost to make one of these? 1 shard and 75 bioferrite. That might be a good use for all the shards we have. We have 6 right now. And we're inevitably gonna get more. Lumi is inspired to shoot more gooder. How long do we have before we have to send Pepe and his friends back? Also, there's a Gorehulk assault, but first, the quest. Shuttle arrives in 7 days. 7.1 to be specific. Anyways, Gorehulks. That's a lot of Gorehulks. 18 of them. Let's just preemptively send people to the positions. All the turrets are moved back to where they should be. Should be ready to rock and roll. Okay, so the wolf is suicidal. Okay. Could try to capture one of these. All we'd get out of it is basic information, however. This one gets us 2.9. These things I think only get us 2. Minimum containment strength is 60 for these. For this guy, it's 50. The base value is also just 2, but it gets increased by containment strength. Either way, no reason to replace them. And it's not like we have room for more. It'll make some great kibble. Jane has a go frenzy. Great. Oil well constructed, now we just have to power it and actually drill it. New quest, Lost Nomads. A group of 7 desperate refugees are approaching, consisting of Imbaik Sada and 6 children he is taking under his wing. Say their caravan was ambushed and everything was taken. Begs you to permission to stay for 5 days so they can rest and regroup. They offer to work and fight, but it's basically 1 adult and 6 children, and we're going to be expected to take care of the children. Yeah, we could afford to have more people. The food situation is under control. I think we have enough weaponry to keep most threats away, and if we have more people, then it becomes even easier to keep the ball rolling. In theory, anyway. We have enough beds, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just have to build 1 more. Refugees have arrived. What kind of ideology do they have? Progressivism. Don't like organ harvesting. Don't like executions. Don't care about raiding. I think I already mentioned that I wanted to eventually try to move my guys off the ideology they currently have in exchange for something that's better. I'm thinking this might be it. No other funny restrictions. Animal sacrifice. Yeah, we can do that. don't like having any kind of forced apparel, but that's just kind of standard. Be able to get a research specialist, but honestly we don't need it. But we can get the production specialist. Alright, the item's complete. The production specialist would be very nice. Maybe even a couple of them. One for construction, one for crafting. If I can recruit them, I'll try to do that. Although, no guarantees, never done that before. Anyway, the atom is done. Don't have any money to buy any other types of research. Oh yeah, eventually, after a very long time and with a lot of plutonium, we can get our own nuclear missiles. That's more of a long-term project. Oh boy. No, we're essentially telling these guys, yeah, you can just sit in the base and do nothing, but it's better than them trying and failing to do anything of importance, like, say, cooking, and then giving everyone food poisoning. Yeah, think about it, we actually have most of our bases already covered by the people we have. So if we bring anyone new on, he'd better be a good fighter or something. Let's just do a quick look at them. See if any of them have good traits. Tough is a good one. Pretty is half decent. No traits. Sandrist, no thanks. Fast learner, it could be good. Chemical interest is usually not great, but having great memory isn't bad. And this guy, gourmand, titillator, and optimist. Not terrible, but I already have a cook. Already have multiple cooks, actually. Yeah, so if one of the children with the good traits want to join us, we'll probably accept. If, what's his face there with the complicated name wants to join, we'll tell him to buzz off. Vegaslav Revenge. Why did you walk right up to him before trying to shoot him? Absolute moron. 3.41. 4.1. We might be able to run away. Probably not, though. Looks like I'm wrong. Turrets will take care of it. Mink is having a sad wander. I think about it, they should probably stay inside the base. Keep forgetting how cold it is. Negative 33, and we also have that site that's making it colder on average here. Anyway, how's the progress with the drilling? 15%. I want some storage tanks. 2 should be enough to start with. Chem fuel storage, right there. Then once the drill itself is complete, we'll place down a crude cracker, a chem fuel power plant, or maybe, well, do we need a chem fuel power plant? Nah, that'll just burn the chem fuel for power. We've got plenty of power from nuclear. So we'll make the crude cracker, and then probably have either a pump or a siphon. This one siphons from cans into storage, so I think we only need a pump. Then we'll get rid of the biofuel refinery. We'll place the pump somewhere in here, probably right next to the heater, even if technically that's really not how you should have your fuel pump set up, right next to an electrical heater, but they haven't programmed consequences like that into the game just yet, so I'm gonna keep doing it. All said, it'd probably be a lot more reasonable to just have it outside here. Still very close to anywhere people would want to use chem fuel, but if it bursts into flames, it only catches the outside of the base on fire. Mink has a bad case of hypothermia. Also, they're eating all my penoxycyllin. Yeah, at least they're not going to catch the plague while they're here. But I really do need to get me some more Nutriamine. There's a lot of things I need to get. Nutriamine, uranium. Mostly just uranium, really. But I could also use with some more Resurrector mech serums. Haven't lost any toes yet, have you? Yeah, well on the way to. Hey Keith, you're nearby. Spring has begun. Ilum has inspired recruitment. Haven't discovered anything with the ground-penetrating scanner. Someone has definitely used it, at least a little bit, though. Pretty sure it's research work, right? Don't think it'll tell us. I grab someone who cannot do research. Keith. Yeah, there you go. Also, is the containment strength better now that I have the new door? Seems like it. It's a big one. Also, I should ease up to the system. Yak 16 has died, cause malnutrition. Okay, it's getting bad, more dire than I thought it was over here. Man, are they dirtying the shit out of these rocks. Eve is inspired. He's only had like, what, 4 of those this episode already? I guess that's a good sign. Means that all my dudes are happy. They keep getting inspired over and over again. Thinking it's about time we get some bionics installed. Bionic power arm. Forget, who was it that I said I wanted to have that? Ideally someone who already has good melee skills, who could use having more manipulation. Keep seems like the right person. Right arm. D is going to get... Oh, hold on. Another yak died from malnutrition. Don't worry about it. Bionic eye. Right eye. Then we also have the aesthetic nose and the psychic reader. And also, do we have 2 aesthetic noses or 1? Because I think we had 2. Yeah, we have 2. Hey Wombat, how would you like to have some cosmetic surgery at the age of 8? Then we also have a psychic reader. Lynx is gonna get that one. Great, now we just have to hope that the surgery doesn't fail, otherwise our expensive bionics are gonna be wasted. How many days left for this? 4.5. Keith is getting his arm installed. Alright, no failures so far. Lynx is still missing her second implant, however. Yak 17 has died, don't worry about it. Nova has given birth. We now have kittens. We'll probably keep those. Just a mild amount of childhood trauma going on over there. Great. So for that SRAF thing I wanted to make, eventually, I think we have enough steel to make it. Yeah, pretty much just enough. We have enough gold, don't have the silver, and we do have the components. We just have to get some trading done. I'm thinking move a bird, one of these hydroponics over to that. More malnutrition, don't worry about it. Also, we probably shouldn't have had any of our tailoring recipes used this material. Anything else we want to cancel while we're at it? I'm making stuff out of cloth. Stop making stuff out of light leather and plain leather, or human leather. There's the plain leather. Right, now we cannot copy the ingredients list, at least I don't think I can, so we're gonna have to do that manually for every single one of these. Parkas we did last. Yep, definitely did it. Red shirt, parka. Alright, finally got all of it. And any fun stuff I can make over here, I don't think. We could get around to making that Airwire headset, get some more bandwidth for Jane. Get some more lifters. Maybe another clean sweeper. Gives us a +3, but it does take up the headgear slot. And it would be tragic as hell to have Jane catch a bullet to the face. Have any other quests to worry about? Steel mining worksite. I'm thinking at some point we'll finally go and take those guys out, and then on the way back we can go to the steel mining worksite. But if we want to do that, we'll have to do it within 20 or so days. Maybe once this group here leaves. They have 2 days to decide if they want to stick around or if they just want to go. Looks like we've got more kittens. Got 4 of them now. Nice square room we got here. Just reinforced this corner. Because who knows, maybe some raiding group will decide the oil room is the perfect spot to attack. Would they really be wrong? That's complete. Pumping the oil out of the ground, that number is slowly going down. Probably gonna also want to stick a limit on the fuel pump. $50 sounds good. As far as storage is concerned, critical storage importance. This one is set to important. So if we have any extra fuel lying around, it'll end up on the shelf. And now we can get rid of the biofuel refinery. Oh shit. Our reputation has gone down, and all that time spent taking care of those cats was for naught. Damn. So are they gonna come back and collect their cats now, or are they just gonna wander around? So we now have 8 kittens. We should probably sterilize them so that we don't end up with 99 kittens. There's an aurora outside. How nice. Surgery failed on kitten 4. Oh geez. 5% health. Front left paw cut off. The hell did you do? Just trip with the scalpel? Really do wonder what these cats are doing. They're just wandering away on their own now? Seems that way. Yeah, kinda sucks that we failed that quest though. It was such an easy slam dunk and yet we failed it because we weren't paying attention. And by we, I mean I. Surgery failed on kitten 6. Well, not as badly screwed up, but still. And we're getting raided. They've arrived in transport pods, hence why we can't see them on the map yet. Looks like they want to use sappers to tunnel around your defenses. There are people who have relationships with your colonists or prisoners in the arriving group. Lover of colonist Vitch, and husband of colonist Lumi. Well, I make no promises, but we'll try to capture him. And they have shown up drunk as hell. Most of them are on the floor. And it is inspired, that's nice. Now, are they attacking right away? Seems like it. Okay. Defensive positions. None of the animals are bleeding out or anything, right? That one's fine. Minus the paw. This one's fine enough. Put the mix inside the base. So if we had the atom built, we would have foreseen this coming at us. A bunch of Brembos have shown up. Lynx has a shoot frenzy. Ah, 5 of them. Alright. I think they're doing the same thing as last time. They're gonna go up here, break through that wall, where they only have the 1 sentry gun. The rest of them stay there. Oro and Deet will man these machine guns. Should be a total turkey shoot. Or they're just gonna walk right past to somewhere else. They are. Alright, what's your great plan? What you gonna do? They left a bunch of their weapons down here. Nothing amazing. Let's keep moving the sentry guns. You might not even need to. I think those minigun sentries should be able to wipe them. Please tell me they're not going to try breaching over here. Just going to undraft everyone for now, because these guys are taking forever. Yeah, that's where they're attacking. Surgery failed on Kitten 1. And the rest of them are running. I should check. Yeah, Laurel's dead. Sorry, Vitch. And then Grenadier Steven. Steven's also dead. Sorry, Lumi. Meantime, we have Nitro here. He's good at crafting. He has a bloodlust. Doesn't have any physical defects that are too bad. Unwaveringly loyal, however. We might need to add another turret right here. But I'm thinking, gonna end it a bit early today. Feeling pretty tired. But we've made some pretty darn good progress so far. Haven't done really anything with the nuclear energy other than get the basics for energy weaponry setup. We've started getting our oil all prepared. And we're well on our way to finally getting a transport ship, which really speed things up in terms of acquiring material to make more fun toys. But the next RimWorld stream will be, yet again, next Monday. Tomorrow's stream is going to be Domekeeper. Wednesday's stream, which only for this week am I going to be streaming Wednesday. On the typical schedule, it won't be. This schedule for this week's a bit different. But anyways, Wednesday is Caves of Cud, and then once I'm back from my trip on probably Sunday, well, I'll keep that one a mystery. Hopefully you'll swing by and check that out. But anyways, hope you like the stream. See ya.